Hello, friends. Psoriasis is a lifelong disease. Once it begins, it never goes back. It can only be controlled, but it can never be cured. But the another important thing in psoriasis is that when the psoriasis begins, it begins with very small trivial symptom and it doesn't progress immediately. That's why it deceives the patient. Initially, when the psoriasis begins, for example, it begins as a dandruff in majority of the cases. And when it is a dandruff, it is neglected as a dandruff. And initially, a treatment is given for the dandruff only. But it goes away by that treatment. It comes back again. Although it is a psoriasis and a wrong treatment has been given, still you get relief from the dandruff. And after some time, one notices that it comes repeatedly, whereby it should not. And when the doctor notices this, he has a doubt that it is psoriasis, or he may miss the diagnosis. When the psoriasis in next stage spreads on the forehead or on the back of the ear, on the skin, then it is a first sign that it is not a dandruff, it is psoriasis. And their patient understands that it is going to stay throughout the life and it can only be controlled for some time. So patient takes the treatment. For some time psoriasis goes away. For few months there is relief and again it comes back. But at this stage, psoriasis, when it is controlled for some time, patient thinks that it's okay. He takes treatment for some time and it is very small symptom. He neglects it. And gradually the psoriasis in next stage spreads on his elbows and knees or some parts of the body, which can be hidden or which he can cover up. And still patient has no other symptoms. He has a healthy life. He continues his life. Rather, he depends on hiding the psoriasis. This is a biggest mistake, and many a times patient avoids to take the treatment because initially psoriasis comes in winter. After a few months, it goes back. It comes in next winter. So that is one of the reason that initially the treatment is neglected because it is not continuous. But over the period of time, one notices that although it goes by treatment for some time, but later on it stabilizes in the body and it is only aggravated in winter. But gradually the intensity after winter comes down and patient thinks that he can manage it. Rather, he learns to manage the disease. Gradually, one notices that one takes the treatment to control the symptoms, but the cause of psoriasis is not being treated. And this way, the psoriasis spreads all over the body. Psoriasis does not affect only the skin, it does affect the palms and soles. It also affects the nails. And then, when the psoriasis affects all the body, that time when your daily life is hampered, then the patient becomes alert and wants to search for the treatment. And he understands or his advice that now he needs an intensive medical treatment to control it, the internal treatment, aggressive internal treatment. And he goes for that. It is not 100% control, it is controlled almost majority of the psoriasis. But all this treatment, aggressive treatment, does not only control the psoriasis for some time, but affect the internal vital organs like liver and kidneys. And after some time, liver and kidneys cannot tolerate, they get damaged. Their efficacy is lessened. They cannot tolerate the drugs. Then the doctor advises to stop the drug, whereby the psoriasis has already affected all body and it's beyond tolerance. Then the patient really goes in depression. He has no other way than to suffer from the disease. Do you really want to go in this stage? Be aware. Start your treatment at the very beginning of psoriasis. If you go on neglecting like this, you may reach at a stage. And at that stage also, patient comes to us in a very severe stage. and they wanted it to be controlled. A psoriasis patient who has suffered for psoriasis for 15 to 20 years, and when he comes to us in a very severe psoriasis and he wants to get rid of psoriasis, do you think that we have a magic and we can do it in months or years? No, that needs really sincere, long time treatment, and that also we may not assure him for 100%, and he may not be able to afford or he may not be able to continue the treatment in that severe stage. Or some patients do need both the treatment at the same time, especially in case of psoriatic arthritis. As I must mention that in 50% of the cases of psoriasis, it does lead to a type of arthritis where the joints are affected and they get fused, and there is complete loss of joints and deformity of joints of hands and feet, so that your work is hampered and they cannot never be treated. So at this stage, the effect or how much the patient can be helped is very limited to all the medical sciences, including homeopathy. Before you go to this stage, I must warn you that don't neglect psoriasis. Start the treatment when it is dandruff or when it is very less, and take a treatment that is safe. For example, homeopathic medicines are very safe, having no side effects, although it may take some more time to get you relief. You need a patience, and patience will pay you. We have the patients who have taken the treatment, complete treatment, almost 1 to 3 years, and when they were completely free of psoriasis, we stopped their treatment, and they are not having psoriasis for last 10 to 15 years, although they are not under any treatment. That is called as a result of homeopathic medicines. But in order to get these type of results, it is not only the expertise of psoriasis doctors or psoriatic doctors, but the contribution of the patient, the patience of a patient, the trust of the patient, the regular treatment and following the regular diet and changes in the lifestyle, that does pay. And if you really wanted to do it at the earliest, the best. If you go on delaying for a number of reasons, maybe your family reasons, social reasons, economical reasons, you are going to pay a heavy price later, and irrespective of paying the heavy price, you may not get the same results. So I warn you here, start the treatment the day you know that psoriasis, and start the homeopathic treatment. And Soratit is an expert in the treatment of psoriasis. Soratit has been treating psoriasis with homeopathic medicines for last 37 years and have an experience of treating 26,000 plus patients worldwide. So take a decision today. Get a consultation. Thank you.